Good day, I'm Shine Francais RNS and I will discuss the modifiable and non-modifiable factors of asthma. Modifiable factors, we have the environmental factor, occupational factor, passive and active smoking, and diet. In environmental factor, we have air pollution and exposure to indoor and outdoor allergens. Air pollution has been implicated as one of the factors responsible for the increase in asthma incidence and airway inflammation. Hazardous air pollution is associated with nauseous odors, and odors can exacerbate symptoms with asthma. Sources of air pollution include pollution to factory, fuel burning heat sources, wood burning stove, smoke from fireplaces, and tobacco and pesticides. Under the exposure to indoor and outdoor allergen, sensitization to indoor allergen and the spores of outdoor mold is a risk to develop asthma. Sensitive to indoor allergens, the severity of asthma symptoms may vary with the level of exposure. Example of indoor allergen are pet ownership, housing characteristic, dust, pollen, and mold. And outer allergen example are smoking, exposure to chemical or irritants in the workplace triggering the asthma. Occupational factors. Occupational asthma is suggested by a correlation between asthma symptoms and work. The longer an exposure to chemicals the causes occurs, less likely the worker is able to isolate and avoid an offending agent. Occupations considered higher risk for asthma are bakers, drug and detergent manufacturers, farmers, and plastic and metal workers. In passive and active smoking, passive smoking means breathing in other people's smoke. It is the second-hand smokers. Passive smoking increases the risk of respiratory illness that leads to asthma and worst part to pneumonia. If you live with someone who smokes, you have higher risk of developing disease such as lung cancer, heart disease, and stroke. And active smoking defined as a person who actually smoking or yung or it is the first degree smokers or smoke at least one cigarette a day. Smoking causes more severe symptoms, accelerated decline in lung function, and impaired short-term therapeutic responses. Under diet, maintaining a healthy body weight and balanced diet can reduce the risk of asthma. Overweight and obese are a higher risk of developing asthma, with increasing a degree of obesity in cases with that asthma may be more severe and more difficult to treat. And we go to the non-modifiable, we have the atopy and woman in gender. In atopy, it is referred to a genetic tendency to develop asthma. When allergies combine with breathing conditions called asthma, it is called the allergic asthma. Atopy causes a heightened sensitivity to common allergens. After puberty, asthma becomes more prevalent and severe in women with early menarche, suggesting a role of four hormones in asthmagenesis. In women as a gender, asthma becoming more common and serious in girls and women over their 20s. It is believed to be related to hormonal differences. Changes in hormones such as episode of life changes, namely puberty and pregnancy. During premenstrual and menstrual period, women have lower lung function and more respiratory symptoms, leading to more airway hyper-responsive and higher rate of healthcare utilization. Fluctuating estrogen level can activate proteins that produce an inflammatory response, which can bring on asthma symptoms.